Hello everybody and welcome back to Vintage Survival. So we're here in the oat field just picking up all the straw. If you missed the previous video on Saturday, we were basically cutting the straw down with the scythe. Well, I say the straw, we were cutting the oats down with the scythe and it lays it down as straw, not grain. We don't get any grain from it. So we just have to get it all picked up, put into the trailer and taken to the sell point. I think it's probably going to be the same place that we took the grass to, although I do need to check. And yeah, it's just going to be a nice bit of income. I'm hoping if we can get £3,000 or £4,000 for it, then we've done well. Today we're going to be doing this, and then we're going to be moving on because we're going to buy the Massey Ferguson 20, which I can't wait for, and we're going to hopefully plough this entire area because I have found a really small plough which actually only requires 10 horsepower. So this tractor could do it, but since we're getting another tractor, we might as well use the new one. But this tractor has just been so useful. We picked up the potatoes with it, now we're picking up straw with it. Actually, yeah, this video has been recorded before the previous one was actually published, but I'm just thinking, we could pick the straw up, since it is straw, with the sweeper that goes on the back of this tractor. That's interesting. The question is, I suppose, is it faster to do that? It's got an 8,000 litre capacity. This whole setup here is 4,500 litres. I know, there's something not quite right there, but it doesn't matter. Ooh. But yeah, it doesn't matter because it's still going to take a while anyway. Because the travelling with the sweeper would take a while. But it would make sense, wouldn't it? Just to go around sweeping it up. As good as the bucket is. I think, since I've already started, we'll get this fully loaded and then we'll finish off with the sweeper. We can do both, we can compare. See what comes across as better. You would have thought that the sweeper would be. Yeah, so I'll load up the trailer on the back, we'll head off to the sell point and we'll return and we'll sweep it up. It is so dusty. Yeah, we're definitely going to get into one load, no problem at all. Should all fit. And yeah, we're almost there. So, just got to finish off. Head back over to the sell point. It's the barn, as I suspected. And get the money. Then we can look at buying the new tractor and the new plough. I don't know if I'm making the right decision with the plough. It's good and everything. It's just, it is small. Extremely small, and I don't know if the Massey Ferguson 20 is capable of pulling a bigger plough. It probably is, because I think it's, what is it, about 30 horsepower? I don't know, I'll have to look into it. But yeah, there we go, we finish off with 2,886 litres. It is 45 horsepower. Upgradable, still says 45, but multi-power, There must be some kind of difference. So yeah, we'll look at it as 45. That is good. And considering the plough which I found requires 10, yes, we probably could go quite a bit bigger. So I'll just show you which one I've chosen. This one here, £600. The price is the other factor which makes this worthwhile. Thing is though, because we do have the power, we could just fly over it. Just go really, well, not silly fast, just faster than certainly this tractor, well, the one over there, would be able to do it at. We'll just buy them and we'll give it a go. But I think we probably have about £500. Yeah, about £500 extra to come in from this straw. So let's go. Right, that's pretty good. £566 I think it was. So we have made some money from the oats. It wasn't fantastic though, because it was just straw. So what do we do in the future? Potatoes do seem to be worth it, and now that we've got the mower with the bucket, that could be really, it could really speed up the process. Plus, I had an idea. We could buy a flatbed trailer and then get those potato boxes, the potato crates, and do it that way, because they can hold so much more than putting it into these small capacity things here. So yeah, how much is that worth? £917. If I was to repair it, maybe £950 or £5. 924. Okay, so I would say probably not worth selling this at the moment. Eventually it will be, but at the moment, yeah, it's worth more to us. So we have £13,536 to spend. I'm definitely buying the plough, so that is £600. And, well, I already know I'm definitely buying the tractor, but I'm not too sure in what configuration. Oops. We already have one of those. Right, so, front guard, front weights frame, 200 kilograms, 500 kilograms, and back to standard. I think, really, although I would love to have some front weights, we just can't afford them at the moment, so we're going to have to make do. As for the other options, we can always fit a cab later. I think our goal will be to be able to put a cab on, and everything else will just be standard for now. Yeah, what tyres? The only ones which cost extra are the grassland tyres, so we have a free choice here really. Agricultural, road tyres or industrial. I do quite like the industrial, plus we are going to be doing some road work, so it could be beneficial. Yeah, we can't have multi-power. Can't afford it. So yeah, £11,200. Leaving us with £1,736. There it is. We've done it. We've managed to buy the Massey Ferguson 20. I am so happy about that. So, yeah, let's jump onto it. And we are going to be using this quite a bit now. It's going to turn into our main tractor. That one will just be for carting materials and logs and stuff. I think the volume is okay, if anything maybe too quiet. There is the Ferguson plough in the Ferguson pack, which I know you can get a 3 or 4 furrow. I don't know if I've actually enabled them. I don't think I have done. I didn't see them on the list. No, but that would be something to consider. But for now, we'll use this. It all functions. We'll come back for that tractor. I wish I could drive them both at the same time, but sadly, I just can't. It's a weakness of mine. Maybe others can. No, one tractor at a time. I did think of a gruesome joke then, but yeah, probably not appropriate for this channel. Okay, let's go and see how effective this is at ploughing. If we do find that it is just far too slow, then we'll look into other possibilities, other options, and probably replace it, but it's worth a try. And it's actually by the same modder as the sprayer which we're going to buy. It's on ModHub, you'll see it on ModHub if you just go into the plough category. It's good. I think there's more and more small and vintage machines appearing on ModHub all the time. So, well, I think that's good. It's good to have everything, but there always has been a lack of the vintage machinery. It seems to be changing. Oh, look at this, we're absolutely ploughing up the hill. Not literally, just, yeah, the other tractor really bogged down. 16 miles per hour as well, maximum speed. What a luxury. Now this area here, the grass, well, I was going to say grass field, our lawn, yes, I want to have it cut, but I really want to get a conventional baler, because I think that would be the ideal way of tackling transporting everything to the sell point. Also, the sell point doesn't seem to like loose material. It's all for bales. Yes, it's non-reversible, so I would just go down one side and up the other. Ooh, struggling more than I thought it would do, but it is working. Yeah, I don't think there's any kind of unfold. Yeah, that's it. It's interesting because it did say on the description that it only requires 10 horsepower. This is 45, and although it's doing it, it's only just doing it. Pleased I didn't put this onto the other tractor. I keep forgetting what it's called. Self-propelled trailer is what I keep calling it. But of course, yes, it's not called the self-propelled trailer. Right, okay, so we should start to see quite an impact being made on the field soon. If I just go down here. My method may not be 100% realistic, but it will work. But this is going to take some time. Is it a traction issue? Ah, it is. Okay, so maybe if I enable the enhanced vehicle mod. In fact, it looks to be maybe lifting the tractor up a little bit. Yes, I think it's lifting the tractor's rear wheels up. Interesting. Right, well, I suppose when you're making a mod you can't cater to every single tractor. It probably doesn't support every tractor perfectly, but I think the enhanced vehicle mod would rectify that issue. Okay, so I've enabled enhanced vehicle, put diff lock on, it's improved it. Yeah, you can see the wheels aren't slipping as much, but yeah, that is as good as it's going to get, because, well, I think that it's lifting the tractor up, but we should be able to get by for today. I have just enabled the Ferguson pack again. So just really quickly we'll check the price. Of course, they are also non-reversible ploughs, and well, they're quite cheap actually. Could go for 4 furrow. Requires 20 horsepower. So providing it isn't a horsepower issue for this plough, which I don't think it is, then we should be able to get that. Bit of a gamble, I suppose. Yeah, when you've got the potential to use a 4 furrow over a 2 furrow, what do you do? That is a tricky one. Well, I'll give this one a go, because I want to... I've just got it, obviously, and yeah, I think it would seem a shame to get rid of it immediately, so we'll plough this section here with this plough up to where I've gone to, and then we'll plough the other half with the Ferguson plough. It's all very colourful, isn't it? We've got the yellow tractor against a purpley blue plough. It looks great. It really is a nice tractor. Yeah, I've been looking forward to it, and I'm not disappointed. I love these sort of tractors, they're brilliant. Thank you again to Peter J for creating these. Right, let's continue. Ploughing is really therapeutic. I've been having a really good think about the best way of moving forward with this farm, and I think, really, although I don't want to get rid of it, getting rid of the Alice Chalmers is going to be the best option here, because we can use this tractor to scoop up potatoes. We could put a front loader on it, which could be, it could have a bucket of 4,000 litres for example. That way we can clear the field quickly. And then if we have a flatbed trailer like I mentioned before, with potato boxes on it, then we can have probably 12 to 18,000 litres of potatoes going at a time, which is going to be the entire field. And then yeah, we can make really fast money that way. From there, we can spend the money on the honey production. So we get the bees, we get all the production buildings that are required. And we can also use some of the money from that to plant some trees, because the trees are worth quite a bit of money. The other thing about trees, of course, is they don't just grow overnight. We're going to have to have many episodes between planting and harvesting, so the sooner they go in the ground the better. Question is, where do they go? I keep thinking over there. If we cut the grass first and maybe mini bale it. I do want to get a conventional baler. It would be good. And then the grass patch you see behind this field, that is a good place to have the bees. Right, so we're just going to head to the top again, and then we're going to replace the plough. I hope I'm doing the right thing. It's a tough one. I might have just chosen another plough which I can't pull, but I don't think so. Oh no! No, I've gone down a crater. Oh, crikey. Yes. You can't do that in real life. Yeah, we probably won't be able to cover the entire strip here. We'll finish it off with the next plough. But if we can plough at 5 miles per hour, for example, with the other plough, then we're kind of wasting time going at 2. Actually, let's just see. Is it lifting the tractor? If I lift the plough, no, not really. But it's just the plough doesn't seem to be going into the ground. It just sits on the surface. I don't know. We'll find out. There may be nothing wrong with it. Maybe I shouldn't sell it, just in case. We could always take it to the store in the next episode. Yeah. Because it would cost way more to sell it and then buy it again. So I'm going to go and put it over here. What am I doing? Driving onto a rock. I'll go and put it over here. And we will buy the Ferguson plough, because it's not even expensive. It might be designed for a bigger tractor, possibly, even though it requires 10 horsepower. Look at the speed. Turn diff lock off. It is a 2-wheel drive tractor anyway, so I don't need to say disable 4-wheel drive. It also has a work light. That'll come in handy. Right, okay, so yeah, still got this tractor down here. I need to find the best opportunity to bring it back. I suppose I could have had the plough put into the trailer, and then we could have brought the whole thing back. But yeah, would that trailer really carry a plough? It probably would do. It's more a question of how would you get it into there. Right, so back to the field, and we'll keep our fingers crossed. Hopefully it's going to work. We have actually progressed fairly quickly. To already be buying a new tractor, I think, is quite an achievement. Right, okay, how's it going to do? 4 furrows. That's quite big. Oh, fantastic. Like a hot knife through butter. See, I think the other plough, it seems like a good model and everything. It's just, there seems to be just an issue with maybe the lowering of it. How far it lowers, I don't know. I'm not a modder. I appreciate all the work that modders do though, and I certainly don't blame the modder, because it could just be this particular tractor that it doesn't work with, and Giants really should have tested it anyway, so yeah, it's just a little fix, I should think. Okay, let's get this size moved out of the way. Yeah, the other thing which is interesting is because this is based on that mower, we don't need both. We could sell one. Well, we'd sell the mower, because this one can cut down the crops as well. I'm not sure we'd want to continue cutting down the crops though, since we just get the straw. Whoops. Yeah, I feel like I should have just bought this plough earlier. But yeah, it was, as I said, it wanted to make the most of it. So we will continue. It is a 4 furrow, but of course with that, it's not that wide. But it's plenty wide enough for us. This is a luxury. Oh, it's brilliant. I've always admired the Ferguson pack. One issue we might encounter is the trees. Going in and out of the trees is going to be tricky with a plough. I'm sure we'll find a way of doing it. And hopefully this is actually showing up as a benefit on the map. It should be showing as requiring ploughing in the areas where we haven't done it. Yep. As for the new field, actually it doesn't need to be done. But if I'm going to put a crop in, such as potatoes, it does need to be cultivated in some way, so we might as well just plough it. Let's get it finished. The crop I'd love to do is sugar beet, but the biggest problem is there's not any kind of harvester which is going to be suitable. I think TimModding was working on a project, a single row sugar beet harvester, which would be fantastic, but yeah, I'm not too sure what the updates are with that. Is it still happening? I'll have to check. But yeah, I know TimModding's work is outstanding. And yeah, I think it was actually the same model which was released for 17. And it was very useful for these situations where you're working with very small machinery. So I think that is the only way we could ever do sugar beet. Otherwise, potatoes. I don't want to keep doing potatoes because we're doing it all the time on every series, but yeah, they are good. They are very good. Actually, we have potatoes coming out of our ears because we've now got the Grimmy DLC as well. Must be to encourage us to do even more potatoes. Yeah, so they would be, the Grimmy DLC would be fantastic for Survival Challenge because we can upgrade, get some slightly bigger machinery. Anyway, we are done. Look at that. The big question is though, what crop? I just don't know. It's going to be a root crop. One of the two, depending on sugar beet harvesters. I'll have a look around. But yeah, as far as I'm aware, the one from TimModding is the only one which is going to be available. I'm not too sure, as I said. So anyway, we're going to put this tractor back in the yard. Next time, possibly mowing the grass, because it's looking very messy. But if we do mow it, it's just going to be a case of scooping it up again and just disposing of it, just selling it for a really low price. Because I don't think there's going to be a conventional baler at a price of £1,000. It's going to be more like £15,000, maybe more. But yeah, that's good. And we will sell that plough, the one over here, in the next episode. So thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now.